Storytime with Tom Foolery presents Farmer Henry's Favourite Hoe, written by Tanya Sousa and Courtney Mead. Henry was a farmer whose greatest pleasure was hoeing and ploughing. After a long winter, he went into the shed to find his hoe, old and tired. "It's time for a new hoe," he said. He hopped into his pickup and drove to the hardware store. There were always plenty of hoes there. Yes, there were so many hoes to choose from. Some spread wide, some were narrow, some were tall, some were short. He handled each one to see how it felt. He finally found one that would do the job right. He was so excited, he nearly left the store without paying. He couldn't wait to get home. Oh, the seeds he could sow with his new hoe. When he arrived home with his new hoe, he realized he should oil the wood to make it feel good for that first use. When the wood felt ready to his hand, he knew it was time to take his hoe to the bed. "I'll call you Charou," he said. He always liked to call his hoes by name. He and his hoe got right to it under the blistering sun. He was drenched in sweat, opening the furrows where he'd sow his seeds. At the end of the day, he was exhausted but satisfied with how his new hoe performed. He wanted Charou to last a long time, so he cleaned her up well. "You won't be in the shed where the others always stayed. You'll be my house hoe." He took the hoe in his hands and said, "I've had many hoes in my life, but I must say, you're my favourite." The hoe end. Farmer Henry's Favourite Hoe, written by Tanya Sousa and Courtney Mead. Narrated by Tom Foolery. A very special thank you to Tanya Sousa for sending us this fabulous story. There is a link in the description to somebody called Etsy. I believe she's in charge of all the book sales. Is she a madam? Does she sell garden implements as well? Yes, she's a madam in charge of garden implements and of book sales. Thank you. Let us know in the comments section if you have a favourite tool, be it garden implement or otherwise. What do you call it? Charou's a good name, isn't it? We are terribly partial to a good old-fashioned screwdriver. Yes, because a screw beats a nail, in our humble opinion. See you next time.